Hey guys. Yep, just waking up. I've been busy working a lot. To me, it's a lot. I'm an underachiever, so I don't believe in slavery. I just don't. I know how it's weird, right? I don't believe in, but whatever. So yeah, so I'm not an overachiever. Anyway, I haven't really been very inspired to do videos, and I'm actually not even inspired to do this video, but I'm doing it anyway. My schedule changed, where instead of having to be heading off to work by 6:30 in the morning, now I don't have to head off to work until 8:30 in the morning, which is probably why I'm doing this video, because I have time. And I got to be honest with my little viewership subscriber base, is I don't really plan on keeping a channel going, really. I talked about it a little bit about dumb phones. I'm gonna get a dumb phone, dude. I'm gonna try to disconnect, but and so I'll probably be talking about that a little bit in this video. I mean, because there's nothing to do a video on. And then the things that there are to do videos on, like it's kind of like pointless. It's pointless to do, man. And this will kind of be an example of that, I suppose. Okay, so I've been I watch there's a few channels that I watch regularly, and then I look around to see what else is going on, and oh my god, the internet seems pretty dead to me. I don't know that that's a theory, but they call it the dead internet theory. I don't know, dude. It seems like a little bit more than a theory, but that's just my opinion. That's my opinion, okay? My opinion. Yeah. But anyway, so the channels that I do watch kind of regularly, the topic of the Bible comes up. And so I wanted to talk about the Bible, because the Bible is really, it's a funny thing, the Bible, And when I talk about the Bible in this video, I'm not endorsing or opposing the Bible. So it has nothing to do with endorsing the Bible. It has nothing to do with opposing the Bible. But nonetheless, it's an observation about the Bible, okay? And I've talked about this often. So, and this is what I'm gonna say is a totally obvious. It's totally obvious. Okay, so here's an obvious. I apologize. So here's an obvious statement regarding the Bible. Let's start off with this obvious statement regarding the Bible. The Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. And this is undeniable. This is undeniable fact. Okay. Now, whether the Bible is true or it's some conspiracy theory, again, this video is not about endorsing or opposing the Bible. This is just, you take a look at the surface, exoteric. You take a look at the exoteric, okay? If you just look at the exoteric when observing the Bible, it is completely undeniable that the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor, including consequences for those who do not care for the poor and all this stuff. It's completely undeniable. Okay. Now, that there is some hidden esoteric conspiracy behind why the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. Sure, that could be. I'm not. That's up for debate, and speculation. So that's more esoteric. That there is an esoteric meaning behind the Bible placing a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. Sure, but I'm just acknowledging the exoteric. If you just take an exoteric look at the Bible, it is 100% undeniable that the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. Not just an emphasis on caring for the poor, but a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. And it's undeniable. Okay? But so you see, when you observe the Bible, it's easily observable that the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. Now, when you observe your average person who's talking about the Bible, they never acknowledge that the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. So you got this major difference. Okay, like for example, pick any of these guys. Mark Dice. He's always talking like he's a Christian. He believes in Christian values, but he's never advocating for the poor. Even though he has this big platform, he reaches tons of people, and the Bible says that Christians are supposed to speak for the rights of the poor. But you see, not only does Mark Dice not ever do that, even though he has a massive platform and he claims himself to be a Christian, he never speaks for the rights of the poor. Not only does he not speak for them, he condemns the poor Americans. He condemns while he hypocritically proclaims himself a Christian. And you see everywhere. What's that one guy? I never watch him. He's a Catholic. Jim Rizzoli brings him up a lot. All these guys, all these people that claim that they're believe in the Bible, they never talk about how the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. But they're always talking about how they're religious and they believe in Christianity and all that. But dude, this is what I'm saying. So there's a big difference between the Bible and then people who claim they believe in the Bible. And one of the observable big differences is the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. A person who claims to believe in the Bible never places any emphasis on caring for the poor at all, ever. Right? And so this is something like it's easily observable. It's easily observable. And so all the people that dominate the narrative on the Bible and Christianity, none of them ever place any emphasis on caring for the poor, even though the Bible that they claim they believe in, it places a strong emphasis on it. So that's to me, that's an interesting observation, and it's easily observable. It's like a massive phenomenon everywhere. And it makes no sense. It's like an inversion of reality. If you have all these people that claim they believe in Christianity and the Bible, and they show no care for the poor at all whatsoever, even though the very Bible that they claim that they're all about, like their whole basis of their entire life is based in the Bible, and the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. and all the people that claim that their base is the Bible, none of them ever place any emphasis on caring for the poor at all whatsoever. And then the excuses they'll make, they'll use the Bible to rationalize it. They'll say, well, you know, the Bible says we'll always have the poor, so we don't really have to care about the poor because they're always going to be there. There's nothing you can do about it. Jesus said you'll always have the poor. These guys, I mean, it's so retarded. But see, then you can look at this even further. Let's take, for example, politics, because politics and religion are the two things. You know, they're like the hot button subjects. You know? Politics and religion. You know, let's do hot takes on politics and religion. Again, nobody will ever talk about what I'm talking about right now. You'll never hear anybody talk about this, and it's so bizarre. And this is a good reason why there's no point in paying attention to any of these people, because they're just full of shit. You can see right through them. Once you see that the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor, and then you see all these so-called Christians that are dominating the public square, and none of them ever show any care or concern for the poor at all, while they go on and on proclaiming how much they believe in Jesus and stuff. Like, it's obvious that these people are to be ignored. They're meaningless. They're just NPCs, dude. That's all they are, is NPCs. No matter how much they might claim they're not, it's very easy to see through them. Like, a true Christian would be a true Christian would use their platform, like if they had a platform as big as Mark Dice's, they would use that platform to speak for the rights of the poor. And to defend the poor and the weak, but all these people with these big platforms that claim they're Christians, they never do. All they're just like politicians. They're exact same as politicians. And this is why the internet's dead. It's the dead internet, dude. Like, none of these people, they're all retards. And here's some more examples. Again, let's switch from religion to politics, okay? So you got conservatives and liberals, right? And everything is about politics. It's Charlie Kirk. It's Trump and Biden. It's politics. Everything is politics, right? Just like with the religious fanatics, everything is religion, even though they ignore the poor. When their religion places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor, right? It's the same with politics. It's all about Charlie Kirk and all this shit, right? Okay, watch. Check this out. So, politics, okay, right? You got the left and the right. Okay, yeah. You got the Democrats and Republicans and the conservatives and the liberals and the left and the right and all this, right? Well, let's look at them. Let's go with the more low-hanging fruit, the liberal left. Well, they're supposedly about equality, right? Okay. But it's the same thing as religion. So if they're supposed to care about equality, just like in Christianity, they're supposed to care about the poor, but they don't. Well, it's the same with like liberals. Liberals are supposed to care about equality, but they never care about the homeless poor. Like the homeless poor suffer more inequality and prejudice than any race of people in this country. And so, see, it's just more hypocrisy. Oh, we care about equal rights, you know. But when are they ever defending equal rights of, like, the homeless? They're not, ever. They treat the homeless poor as if they don't even exist at all. Like there is no inequality issue when it comes to the homeless poor. And it's just, and this is why politics are stupid, because they don't walk their talk, just like the so-called Christians don't walk their talk, because their Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. But all of these so-called Christians, none of them care for the poor at all. They don't walk their talk ever. And it's like, it's embarrassing. It's like stupid. I'm embarrassed for these people. Well, it's the same with the liberals. With religious fervor, they talk about how important equality is. We need transgender bathrooms, transgender equal right, you know. But never equal rights when it comes to the homeless poor. Same as the Christian, right? It's the same thing. See, they're hypocrites. They don't even walk their own talk. They're just all liars. They're all liars. And the conservatives are the same. What is the conservatives thing? Constitution. My constitution. My constitutional rights. Our constitutional rights. The Democrats are taking them, right? Well, I showed you that 10-year study on homelessness. Like homeless Americans' constitutional rights are being trampled on more than any other group in this country. You never see these conservatives, that are all about constitutional rights. You never see them like even talking about, well, look at they're infringing on the constitutional rights of the homeless. No, see, because with the conservatives are liars. They claim they're all about the Constitution, but they're not. Because if they really were, they would be talking about the constitutional violation of groups of people whose constitutional rights are obviously being violated, where it's illegal for them to fall asleep. Like, how much more of a constitutional infringement can you possibly have going on in your country when they make it illegal for certain groups of people to even fall asleep? It's illegal for them to fall asleep. Like, where's all the constitutionalists who supposedly care so much about the Constitution? See, well, that's the thing. They're all liars and fakes. Same with the liberals. Where's all these equal rights people that care so much about equal rights when you see these masses of homeless people in every major city? Like, they're nowhere to be found. They're not calling for equal rights for homeless people. And it's the same with Christians. Just like I said, the Bible places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor, and that Christians are supposed to, stand up for the rights of the poor and defend the poor and shit from the oppressors and stuff. And where are all these so-called Christians? Like, they don't see and like I said, they'll even use the Bible to excuse. Oh, Jesus said we'll always have the poor. So therefore we don't have to defend the poor. So anyways, you have all these liars everywhere, and they dominate your favorite video hosting platforms. They dominate that. Like, they control your media, your internet media that you claim is so much better than mainstream media. Like, it's totally not. It's exactly the same. Therefore, the dead internet theory. The internet is literally dead. It is not a theory. Like, these fucking zombies, NPC zombies, control the entire internet. Like, there is nothing going on the internet, dude. It is like totally dead, bro. Like, totally dead. It is nothing but hypocritical liars, bro. That is it. Just straight up liars. They'll say anything. Just like a politician will say anything. Same with all these people that you see all over. They'll say anything. And it's funny. You find the rare occasion that you find someone speaking truth on a video, that video never gets any attention. But you get all these liars going on about how they love Jesus Christ and Christianity is the best. And these videos get all these views. Like, all these people are, oh my gosh, And these liars, so anyways. Yeah, so it's like, why do a video, But here I am doing one, explaining, like, like, what's the point? Or posing the question, well, what is even the point of doing a video? Look at the internet, dude. It's garbage, man. So anyways, yeah, I'm getting a dumb phone soon. I'm gonna be getting a dumb phone, and I'm planning. My hope is that I'm gonna completely disconnect from the internet because it's total fucking garbage. Later, deeds.